Alright, boys and girls, I just want to take a minute and point out the subtle but yet extreme differences between a red spring and a blue spring, and what you need to do in order to change this from the blue to the red. And most notable is obviously the spring. You know, that's the ringer giveaway, but not as obvious unless you realize or you know about it is the collars that go between what I'm going to call the shifting mechanism that actually throws it out and the spring itself. And basically, when you throw this forward, this is what in fact takes the tension off of the clutch. So this is I don't know, just guesstimating there. Should be pretty close, probably a half inch or an inch shorter. I've never actually measured them, but they're visually shorter. I'm debating about if I want to take this apart and have the clutch sitting here ready to go, or if I want to redo the one in the 818. That's pretty much where I'm at with this project. And then the 818 is going to be the next thing to come in the shop here and get done before summertime, because I need the big girl. So, alright guys, be back. Camera chatter. Alright boys and girls, it's going to be today on Steve's PTO clutch training class. You know, try and get these in as far as you can so they don't jam. If they don't go in, they don't go in. So try not to break this because it is cast, and once you screw this up, then you have to resort to bearing pullers in order to split this, and then you need another one of these, which conveniently I do have, but let's try not to do that. So I might have to throw you guys on the charger before I do this, but pretty much the only thing that is going to stay original to this clutch is going to be the washers here, the shaft, this I don't know if that should be part of that or not. If this whole piece comes off, I don't know, I'll have to remember. When I pull this apart, I'll figure it out. And the gear, basically, and the hog rings. Other than that, it's getting a new spring, new spacer here, like I talked about in a prior video, new cup, new clutch assembly with the lining on it and the bearings, and it's going to get a new rear cup too. So, see what happens when I pull this apart. Alright boys, this is the first one of these I've done since I left work. I haven't actually fully rebuilt a clutch like when I did the 810 there. I just, oh, this is a separate, there's a spacer in here. I just swapped that clutch from another transmission. And the thing I'm going to tell you guys to note, and I like using a ratchet. One time at the blow end, we had one, and we were using an impact, and we broke one of these cast iron pieces off. So let's just say that was a little tense. A little tense. It was touch and go there for a little bit. And somebody just sent me a message. Who could that be? So this is when things get scary, in my opinion, because you're basically removing the safety from a gun, is what you're doing right now. Just knock something down. I don't even care what it is at the moment. Come on. Okay. Let's not lose this, remember. It's going to lay in the plastic here. What did I knock down? Looks like just a random bolt. So, if we were just replacing these at this point, we would be good to go. You guys can see how grooved up that is. And you also Come on. You also got to remove the keyways out of here, which to get this to slide off. So technically, like I said, if you're just changing these three pieces, this would be all the further you would have to go. Keyways all look good so far. So remember, the washer went towards this piece. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to wind this thing the whole way out until the spring is decompressed. I think you guys can see the keyways there. Because I won't sleep easy until this is decompressed and put back together the whole way. I'm thinking about it with that heavier spring. I might try and get the collars to go down on good. Hopefully you guys can see this okay. I didn't really think about that being rolled. I think you guys can see it okay. It'd be nicer if it was this way, but really don't want my hand there because if it comes shooting out of there, even that 750-pound spring is kind of mean. Like I said, this way is slow, but I just feel more secure. Also, that'll show you guys how much these springs are compressed. I think I'm to the point now I can turn it by hand. Okay. So you guys saw how much that moved. See how close we are to that keyway slot now? Right on it. So I'm going to go out on a limb and say this tractor probably needed a clutch a couple years ago when the adjustment changed all of a sudden in the field. The lining probably come off. So I'm going to remember, just in case this turns, this notch is towards the spring side of the clutch. Basically that's like an oil groove. That's how the oil gets down in there. So close. Okay. Clutch is disassembled. So I'm going to take a lot of pictures here. I want to note a lot of this stuff. And I'll get back at you guys here. You guys will probably go on the charger. I don't know what time it is. Alright. Blue spring, accompanying collar. Red spring, shorter accompanying collar. I haven't measured the difference there, but kind of neat. And then you have a completely worn out PTO. Exhibit A. You have a brand new Exhibit B. Whoops. Only the best for my 818. Now, anybody remember how this goes back together? Ah! Alright, I'm going to try and slam this clutch back together, and then I'm going to go in and eat dinner. And then my buddy Thomas is going to come over. So we'll get some stuff done. As long as these shims aren't different, shouldn't be. That's correct. Got a little bit of oil on there just from what was on my fingers. Probably should have a little bit more. Well, actually, had my oil can handy, huh? You guys just thought I was some redneck that put shit together on YouTube, huh? Alright, so as long as the camera don't run out of juice here, we should be good. It's actually a little bit longer because well, this is a brand new spring as well, because it won't go into the clutch tool. Try and do this quickly because I know that camera battery is on 1 bar. It was on 1 bar when I started on the PTO clutch, so I'm going to try and get it done. Now I don't want to leave this thing sitting here. So we got this washer, the spacer, and then we can start putting the keyways on. Essentially loading her back up now. So the keyway, I need enough room for that, looks about like an inch long spacer to go back on there, so it's going to take a little bit, and that's why some guys like to use an impact to run these up. Like I said, I have my reasons. Alright, I'm just going to have to do this where it's easy for me to do it. You guys can see it later. So the washer goes towards this. So now I know I need to go at least that much more. Great. I probably have to go more than that because that E-clip has to go down in the outside. Okay, I'm going to put those towards the top-ish for right now. So keyways in. Hopefully these slide on the shaft good. I never really thought to check that. Yeah, seemed okay. Down on the key. Boom. Text message. Keyway. See how much I need to go back here. Because this is when it gets scary, when you have to wind it the whole way up. Why does that just not seem right? That's down in there. Because I need to go tip of my finger yet. I need to go 3/8 of an inch. I don't know that I have that. I know I've done these before. It's going to be close. Especially with a brand new clutch. Well, all we can do is go for broke, I guess. Let's move that, this, and the brand new oil filter from over there. So I guess I'm just going to wind this thing up until the coils are tight, and then so right now I am flush with the end of the shaft. %of these parts don't have wear. Oh, I just need just a little bit more. Well, I don't know if I can quite get that on there. Okay, I can get it there for sure. I really hope you guys are in frame. Okay. Clip's on. I'm going to slowly start letting her out and make sure the clip goes inside. Okay, everything went down inside, so okay. My only thing is, I sure hope that it'll throw it enough to disengage it. Ain't nothing else I can do about it. It's all together, so. And I don't have a red spring clutch to compare it to right now. So, alright boys, basically PTO clutch. Yeah, you guys were kind of in frame, maybe not as good as I wanted you to be, but it was there. So, after dinner, I'm going to come back out, toss this in the tractor, and then I'll start cleaning up the case halves and stuff. I won't bore you guys with them details, I'll just do it off camera. And I'm going to let the battery charge in the camera for now. Like I said, it still makes me nervous doing these. I have been doing these for years, guys, and there's not much on a Gravely that makes me nervous, but these PTO clutches, they sure do. Probably 1/2 inch. Probably actually 9/16. Don't like doing it, but That one is stuck in there. I might have to get a punch and drive that out. This will probably end up making it tighter. Alright boys, like I said, before your guys' battery runs dead, it's together. Let me get it out of the tool. Alright boys and girls, she's about put back together. I got the RTV sitting up between the motor and the transmission. I need to put the wheel hub back on, flip the frame down, and hook the rear lift hitch back up, and the wiring and the cables and stuff. But otherwise, the main part of this is done. Alright boys and girls, I'm not going to lie. I didn't pick the camera up only but one time while I was putting this back together. A buddy of mine was over here and we were just talking and bullshitting and put this whole thing together. Started at 6 o'clock. It's now 9. Put it the whole way back together, and I probably shouldn't have started it, but I did. I should have let the RTV set up a little bit between the engine and transmission, but you'll get that. So pretty much it's all back together. I got a couple of little things I want to fix. I want to fix that fitting in the fuel line there, just to make sure it doesn't pull apart and catch on fire, and zip tie the fuel pump back up or bolt it down or something. All the detail stuff that I need to refigure out. So I'll be putting the 818 back in main rotation. I am planning to go to PA Plow Day here, which will be April 15th, I believe. And don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure it's something like Watertown or Watsontown, PA, or something. It starts with a W. I'll try and put it here if I remember. But it's close Williamsport, Pennsylvania, from what I saw. So it's about a 3-hour drive for me. So I think I'm going to take the 818 up there. I've always wanted to go. I have the plow, have the tractor, have the time, have the money. It's not a conflicting schedule issue this year. Normally Chambersburg will conflict with it. It used to. Chambersburg is the next weekend. So anyhow guys, that's going to be a wrap for right now. And I guess I didn't really say, but I put it all back together. Everything seems to work. So it now has the Red Spring PTO in it, and all is good in the hood. I tightened up the nut on the output shaft. It was a little loose. And otherwise, I think that's about it. I may fix this issue. That's only been like that as long as I've owned the tractor. You have to hold in on the lever to start it. It's kind of like a child safety feature. So, alright. Thanks for watching. Catch everybody in the next one. Later. That's what happens when you get sidetracked. Disassembly, a lot of video. Assembly, nothing.